Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine Live. I'm Catherine, and I am finally back in my studio workshop and am ready to bring you sketches 3, 4, and 5 from the November Creative Memories virtual crop. So we're going to start out with sketch number 4. Sorry, I meant 4 through 6. It's been a little bit since I've been with y'all, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me get the camera switched over here. And here we go. This is sketch number 4 from the recent November Creative Memories virtual crop. And I always try to hold up the sketch so that way if you want to screenshot what measurements I'm using, you can. And I kind of have a couple of the pieces already on the page, so that way I would remember where I want to place this corner piece. And the rest of it's just going to fall into place. I am turning the sketch just a little bit, but not a ton. But I just love the way this dark green cardstock set off the embellishments that I still have from the secret box number 4, which is what I have challenged myself to work with this month. And so I'm going to go ahead and start sticking down pieces. Let me kind of place this one again so I have an idea of where I want this one to go. It kind of is going to tuck under just a little bit, about an inch from each end here. And I am going to be turning one part of the sketch, and I'm going to be moving things around a little bit, which is the beauty of having a sketch, is that you can do with it what you want. These are more suggestions on where to put your mats. And if you want to do a banner here, you can, but I chose not to just because I liked the way the dark cardstock popped on this page, and also with the challenge of doing the secret box number 4 with these 6 sketches. It's been interesting, but good as well. You know, I like a creative challenge, and I do kind of try to come up with a different way to challenge myself each month through the Creative Memories virtual crops. So this was my challenge this month, and I will show you at the end what we have left. I don't know why we always turn over cardstock, it seems like, to put the tape on. I think because we're so used to all of our designer papers being double-sided, and I forgot to show you which piece I'm working with first. So this one was the one, let me turn this a little bit for you. This one has the diamond pattern on it. It's really subtle, but it's the one that had the flowers, the orange flowers on the back. And it was just such a fun page. I know I used the orange flowers as the base for one of my other layouts, and I thought, you know what, let's mix it up and use the diamonds on this opposite side as the base for this number 4. And then we're going to go from there. Hang on, I think either I'm doing something crooked or I already placed one a little bit crooked, but you know what, it's okay. People will be focused more on the pictures anyways. Whoops. But here we go. I have 2 4x6 mats. These are for the 2 larger photos. I have a 4x4 mat here, and then this piece is 4 inches by 5 inches for this corner. I also have gone ahead and punched from the double fan chain border maker 1 border. I'm pulling out my parchment board. For those of you who haven't seen my parchment board, use electrical tape, because otherwise if you use staples, they're just going to get gooped up. And the electrical tape sticks to parchment, and since we're not baking with it, it really doesn't matter. And it holds on your parchment great, and you don't have staples to catch all your little tape runner bits later. And it helps keep your table, your mats, everything else clean because it doesn't stick to the parchment. You know what? I was going to do this upside down, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just pull it up, because I didn't already have it all the way down, and I liked how it looked better upside down. And if you see any little extra bits from the repositionable tape, you can just rub them off with your finger. No problems at all. And I keep moving this down somehow, so I'm going to move it back up so I'm on camera a little bit better for y'all. I'm going to grab this corner piece that was also in the secret box and use a little bit of both tapes here because we have all these little holy parts where they have the leaves. And I'm just going to place this up in the corner here. I'm kind of checking my edges to make sure it'll stay underneath my cover once I get the cover on. And you can just take your multi-purpose tool and just run it under a little bit if you want as well. But really, this one's more intended as a journal box. And if you're wondering how I'm going to write on the journal box, we have the super awesome white chalking pen, and that'll write perfectly well on this dark cardstock and show up fine for your journaling. So, oh, thank you so much for joining me, Norma. I am so glad that you're here. And yes, you have a parchment board, but actually by your commenting, because I do multi-stream, I actually do want to remind those of you who might be watching from Facebook to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give Facebook permission to show your name, just like Norma did. So that way I can actually see who's commenting from Facebook. So it just makes it helpful on my end. And, you know, it's nice to be able to address people by name. So I had a little piece of vellum left because we had a lot of vellum in this secret box. And I'm going to just put this here on the corner because it's going to highlight our title. And I'll show you the sketch again here in just a second. We're going to add this. So you kind of have to rub a little bit so the vellum runner doesn't show up as much through the vellum, but we're going to be covering it anyways. But I do have a short on YouTube if you're interested in seeing how the vellum tape runner works and how it looks on dark versus light. You can check that out on my Creative Pages with Catherine. So I have this Good Day sticker that was in with the sticker pack. And here is where I'm working. This is where they had the title. And they originally had these two. So I kind of turned it this way. Not really, though. I just kind of mixed it up based on where I thought it looked nice with the dark green in the sketch. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the hello from Texas. We might be in Texas next year. Who knows? We'll see where we get sent next. But I'm going to add this other embellishment here to the corner because I liked how it was simple. This layout really is a simple one. It had a couple of embellishments shown here and then the title here. But when I went to piece the embellishments on, and I really liked it with the two of these here, I liked the title better at the bottom. So I just went ahead and did it. And you can do whatever works best on your layout, but I love to give you all ideas, and I love hearing if you give some of these ideas a try or not. But, and if you're on Facebook, you can always post your pictures of your interpretations there as well. Underneath these live streams, there's places for comments and pictures as well. So there are those two. And like I said, do you remember how I said this whole layout is pretty simple? Well, I found these really cute stickers. I'm going to actually hold it up with my hand behind it because it's just a little rectangle and it has little hearts on it, which are sliding around. They're kind of hard to see, but I just thought that the colors went perfectly with the greens in here. And so I'm going to add one at the top in between here. And this is just going to add a little extra interest to draw our eyes up and down through the layouts. And there were two of them on the sticker sheet and I got so excited. I know sometimes it's just the little things that make us excited about scrapbooking here. And oops, of course I just put that on a little bit crooked. There we go. I didn't press down hard enough. There we go. And besides the fact that this guy's just a little bit crooked too, I'm going to fix this real quick because with these dark colors, there we go. And one of the things I learned at my recent advisor conference I went to in Alabama was one of the other advisors was telling me how she likes to use the dark colored mats to help set off her photos. And I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to try it out and see how it looks. And I just thought that it just really turned out fabulous and complemented our, oops, okay, my internet's a little bit slow tonight, so forgive me. Everybody's home and must be online while I'm trying to live stream, but there we go. That is my interpretation of sketch number 4, and I am so glad to have so many of you with me. I'm guessing, Cheryl, you're happy that I might actually be in Texas soon too. You never know. Who knows? We might wind up, God knows. We'll figure that out later. I'll let y'all know at the time. And I'm so glad you like that border maker. It's one of the recent ones. It came out around when the Showtime collection came out. And there's just so many fun things you can do with it. So it's one of my favorites, along with the, I really, really like the Elements Edge that came out, as well as the Flourish Vine is also one of my favorites. So here's the sketch again, and I'll just hold it up one more time. And I think we worked it out. So it's definitely a nice interpretation of the sketch. Changed it up just a little bit, and you know, that's what I do. I like to give you all ideas. So now I am going to do sketch 5 and 6 tonight as well. I am going to probably try to work in the bonuses over the weekend sometime, but I'm not going to use secret box number 4. Let me switch back cameras here so y'all can see me. So, hopefully I didn't give you guys too much feedback there. You always have to do things in a certain order, and it's been such a while since I've live streamed. But for the bonuses, I know one of the things I asked on my poll in YouTube was if people wanted to see me do another example with one of our Fast to Fab pages. And so I think I'm going to work that in on the bonuses. I did also ask if you guys wanted to see the Flourish Vine, and guess what? You're going to get to see that tonight in a little bit. I didn't use it on this one because I didn't think it really fit this sketch as much, but you are going to see the Flourish Vine, and we're going to work in some of the other things I asked about in the poll. So it's so great to be back with you all, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time.